What's up, everybody? Happy New Year. Welcome to 2018. I am back again to do another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. Had a couple requests for ships in particular. Wanted to show you a new squad I'm running that I've had actually a lot of success with, and it's really fun. Going up against kind of the ultimate meta. All Gear 12 characters, all 7-star. Thrawn, of course, has the Zeta, and coming off the bench, he's got Maul and others. It doesn't really matter. As you can see, it's obviously a very pay-to-play squad. This is who I'm going to be using. Now, realistically speaking, I'm just going to take him out and put him in. Run it however you want. I'm using this squad for the reasons that I'll show you here in a minute. Against this crew, someone suggested that I sub in Poe, and I thought, why? I mean, he can hit hard if he crits, but he's a glass cannon and doesn't put any critical damage down. Then I realized that I was wrong, as is wont to happen. So in this particular scenario, he has already got target lock initially, and usually that is a disaster. But as you'll see here in a moment, it actually works out quite well. Now, in an ideal world, he would not have taunted, and I would have been able to get target lock off and take him out that way. But as it is, I didn't, so whatever. And the CPU, as usual, is stupid. Hate losing first order TIE pilot, but one of the advantages to having Poe is his speed. He is crazy ninja fast, which is part of the reason why this squad actually works. So going up against a crew like this, I'm just going to be blunt, I do not win all the time, but I am actually able to take him out probably 70% of the time, which, given just the nature of his squad, is actually freaking fantastic. I will take it all day. Take out TIE Fighter pilot. And believe it or not, this is actually the worst that I've done against him in quite a while. So Biggs is going to die. That is definitive. It is going to happen. And going up against Gauntlet, as you start to defeat some of his players, it'll remove turn meter from your ship, which when you're going against Thrawn can be a nightmare. However, I thought about gearing Biggs up to gear 12, but you actually want him to die, especially when you're going up against a team with Gauntlet, because you've got to make up for that turn meter issue. And when you have TIE Fighter pilot down, all of those dodges that you were seeing earlier sped my capital ship back up, and even though he is better geared, has the Zeta, and has Chimera at 7 stars, I was able to get off the nuclear explosion before he was. So the moral of the story is Poe is actually really viable in fleets. I was not expecting much of it. I've told this to a couple of friends who've tried it out as well, and they have also had a lot of success with it. So I want to thank Sith Happens Guild. They're the ones who gave me the idea, and I wanted to show it off. I was running a pure target lock team that had Vader in there. This works out really well. So here's my crew. Poe, as you can see, I actually tried him out first and had success with him, and then I went kind of haywire. Went ahead and upgraded his leader ability, even though nobody ever uses him as a leader. It obviously gives you a little bit of a boost to the ship when you add the ability mats down. So just trying to speed him up a little bit more. I may pump him up to gear 12 because, again, I've actually been really impressed. And for what it's worth, you didn't get to see it in that fight. when he crits on his special attack, he hits for 80 to 90,000. I mean, it's almost like Nihilus. It's a one shot. So you can see his stats here. He's running at 190 speed, just for comparison. My TIE fighter pilot, whom I have one extra piece of gear. I've got all of his abilities maxed out. He is running at 189. So on an apples to apples basis, Poe actually can go before TIE fighter pilot, and that's really the whole point. If you get lucky and you can get a crit down, or if their TIE fighter pilot does not inflict target lock, again, that was actually my worst performance in a while doing this. Typically speaking, if they don't get target locked down first, I can get in front of them and use 5's AoE to completely obliterate first order TIE pilot, and then take out Biggs using Poe, because again, heavy DPS, and then just go on from there. But anyways, I hope this helps you guys. Poe is a ship that I had completely ignored. Just again, glass cannon, hits hard, but didn't think much of him. He fits really well in this squad, especially with Maul's stealth mechanic giving an offense boost to everybody, and then Thrawn, of course, giving offense up to everyone, and then of course Poe can also give himself offense up and foresight to ensure survivability. Just, he can move people out of the way and speed up the fight for you and make things work well. So I hope this helps. I know a lot of you have been struggling in fleets. Happy hunting. If there's